Question 4 from the January 2023 CSEC Mathematics paper. What it says here: L and M are drawn on the square grid below. Alright, so you can see that. Nice. Write down the coordinates of the x-intercept. Let's come over here. We're going to do it over here. Alright? Now, before I forget, by the way, let me remind you, if you're not a subscriber, to subscribe to this channel. Alright? Now, any question, just make sure to put it in the comments, and I'll either comment in response, or I will make an additional video, a new video, explaining to you whatever you're asking about. But anyway, let's see. The x-intercept of line L. Now remember to pause the video at each stage and try the questions. Alright? The x-intercept at line L. Now, intercept means where they meet. Alright? X-intercept is wherever the x-axis and the line meet up. So where do they meet? Let's see. Have it right here. So the x-intercept would be 6, and what do you think? The coordinates of the x-intercept would be 6. What should come here? 0. Alright? So that would be 6, 0. You see that? That's the x-intercept of line L would be at 6, 0. Alright? In fact, let me just copy this part and paste it over here. Let me drag it down. Alright? And by the way, remember, you can come back. An easy way to remember where these videos are is to go on YouTube and search for mathematics class videos, or to go directly to mathematicsvideos.com. Alright? So, that's the x-intercept, 6, 0. 6, 0. The next thing now, the y-intercept of line M. Where is it? Line M. The y-intercept would be wherever the line meets the y-axis. So you tell me, look at it. Where do they meet? Alright. It's right here. And what you should say is it is at negative, it is at 0, negative 2. So the correct answer for this would be 0, negative 2. Alright? So you see that? It's 0, negative 2. Alright. Let's see what else is going on here. Interesting. Let's copy this, put it over there, and then deal with it. Let's come back over here and paste, and then talk about this part and see how it goes. Let's put it down here. What it says, the equation of line L is x plus 2y minus 6 equals 0. Alright. The equation of line L is x plus 2y minus 6. So that is the equation of it. Find the value of k given that the point 9k lies on line L. Alright? So, here now. What you have to do is this. You have x plus 2y minus 6 equals 0. Now, at 9k, you can see that x equal 9, y equal k. Alright? X equals 9, y equals k. Now, what happened here? If x is 9, then you put 9 in here. Substitute 9 for x. So you have 9 plus 2y minus 6 equals 0. See that? Then, like terms together. 2y by itself, numbers together now. Minus 6 plus 9 equals 0. So you can just add these two since you put them together. You see that? So 2y, negative 6 plus 9 is what? 3 plus 3 equals 0. If you subtract 3 from both sides, then 2y is equal to negative 3. And then divide both sides by 2, y will be negative 3 over 2, or negative 1.5. So when x is 9, at 9, you can see it too, you know. 9 would be out here. And you see, you go down, it would line up with 1.5. So it's negative 1.5. Right. So you see that. Now the next thing. Find the equation of the line M. The equation of line M in the form y equal mx plus c. Alright, so let's see. Oh, we didn't copy that. Let's copy that. Copy part C. And put it over here. Where did it go? Oh, all the way up here. Let's see if you can drag it down. And drag it down again, all the way down here. Nice. So that is part C. Find the equation of line M in the form y equal mx plus c. Where is M? This is line M. Oh, they didn't give information about line M except the thing there, drawing the line. So the y-intercept of line M, right? The intercept is negative 2. Now you know, you should remember y equal mx plus c. C is the y-intercept. So c would be negative 2. Right? Right here. It intersects the y-axis at negative 2. The other thing is, what is the gradient? Remember how to find the gradient now. If you form a right angle triangle, you could form it anywhere along here. You could form the right angle triangle within this region. Or, if you want, you could form a bigger triangle. You could make it here, or wherever else. Alright? Now, the thing is, when you see the triangle, what you're going to have to do is to say M equal, the gradient is Remember, m is the gradient, rise over run for that triangle. How much does it rise? The triangle between here and here, it rises 1, 2, 3, 4. So the rise is 4 over the run. How far does it run? 1, 2. It runs 2. So it's 4 over 2. Is it positive or negative? Well, as you go to the right, you will be climbing up the hill. Right? So if you want to move from this point to this point, you want to move 2 places to the right, you would have to climb up the hill here. So it's a positive gradient. So it's a positive 4 over 2. 4 divided by 2, which is 2. So you can see m is 2, c is negative 2. So here m equals 2, c equals negative 2. So the equation is y equals negative 2x plus 2. So that is the equation of the line. Alright? Y equals 2x plus 2. Now let us see what else here is here. Show by calculation that line L and line M are perpendicular. Copy. We're going to show that by calculation. Okay. I think I just copied part D. Let's put it down here. Alright. So this is part D of the question. Show by calculation that line L and line M are perpendicular to each other. Remember what perpendicular means? It means that they are at 90 degrees. Now, the question is, what happens when two lines are perpendicular? How do you know? Right, if you didn't remember, I want you to write this down. When two lines are perpendicular, the gradients multiply to give negative 1. Alright? That means gradient of line 1 multiplied by gradient of line 2 is equal to negative 1. Alright? Have to remember that part. You don't have it on the formula sheet, so you must remember it. So, here now. The gradient of line L. We're going to have to find out what the gradient of line L is. But line L is in the form x plus 2y minus 6 equals 0. So, line L is x plus 2y minus 6 equals 0. And then, line M is in the form y equal negative 2x plus 2. You can see here in y equal mx plus c. M is the gradient. Now, clearly, the gradient for line M is negative 2. But what about line L? Line L is not clearly written in that form. So we can rewrite line L. Right? The equation of line L. Let us rewrite the equation of line L. It says x plus 2y equal minus 6 equals 0. Right? What we want to do is make y the subject, because we want to make it say y equal. If you add 6 to both sides and subtract x from both sides, you're going to have 2y is equal to negative x plus 6. And then you divide by 2. Let's cut it short here. When you divide by 2, we're going to have negative x over 2 plus 6 over 2. So we end up with y equals negative half x plus 3. You could take your time and go through the working to ensure that, because I didn't show all the details here, but this is what we have. So you can see the gradient of line L is negative half, right? Oh my, this thing jumped all the way back up here. My gosh. Alright, so here now. The gradient of line L is negative half because this is line L. So the gradient equals negative half. Remember, the gradient is the number that multiplies x, and the number that multiplies x is negative half. Alright? So here now. What we have here is mx plus c. Where did I get the negative 2 from? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Negative 2x plus 2. That's what we got. So, m is 2. Oh, it's the wrong thing I did, you know. M is 2. Just realized I made a mistake up here. M is 2. C is negative 2. C is negative 2. Because the thing is, why the line M, it has a positive gradient, right? So line M is positive 2. Right. So I just realized that I made a mistake here. Y equals 2x minus 2 is the thing there. Is the equation of line M. So let's see what happens here. If we multiply the gradients, then we should get negative 2 as the answer when we multiply the gradients. Alright? Let me make the correction here too. So the gradient is 2 for line M. So the gradient of line M multiplied by the gradient of line L would be negative 2. See that? The gradient of line M is 2 multiplied by the gradient of line L. No, negative 1. Keep making this mistake. The gradient multiplied to give negative 1. Alright. Alright. So, have to be careful of these mistakes. Here now, the gradient of line M is 2 multiplied by the gradient of line L, which is negative half. Does it amount to negative 1? Let's see. 2 is the same as 2 over 1 multiplied by negative half is 1 over 2. Remember, when you multiply your fractions, top times top, 2 by negative 1 is negative 2 over bottom by bottom. 1 by 2 is 2. Negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. So it is, they are perpendicular. So that is show. Alright? So multiplying the gradients and getting negative 1 shows that the lines are perpendicular. Alright. What else is here? Line N and line M represent the graph of a pair of simultaneous equations. Right. Using the graph on page 11, write down the solution to the pair of simultaneous equations. Alright. Let's use this graph here. So, you can see. Remember, when you solve a pair of simultaneous equations. The answer occurs where the line meet if you're solving by graph. If you're solving a pair of simultaneous equations using graph, you plot the graph, and wherever they meet up, the lines representing the graph meet. That's where the answer is. So the solution would be x equals, this is about the 2 here, so x equals 2, comma, it's beside 2 for y as well, so it's also at y equals 2. So the solution would be x equals 2, y equals 2. Alright? So, that is that for question 4. So, we'll continue to question 5 next time. So, I'll see you.